Battles of Legend, Chapter 1. What are our expectations for this set? Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more awesome. So I want to start off over here with Elemental Hero Stratos. Now, you know, we have dice featuring some of this stuff, but this is the set that we can get the alternate colored names. And Stratos just fits the bill to be one of those alternate colored names. You know how many people are super excited to typically get the chance to get these different sorts of, you know, colored names along the way to kind of help out some of the rarity stuff. Yes, I know we have Ultimate Starlights, but there's just something about these alternate colorways with these sorts of names that tend to get people excited. And I think there will actually be a little bit of a market for, you know, maybe whatever color the Stratos blueberry or redberry or strawberry, whatever it's going to come in out here. And I think it's really cool that if Stratos does check the box to receive one of those names, Stratos is a fan favorite after all. Then we have Cyber Dragon. Contrary to popular belief out here, I think Cyber Dragons, will we say that Cyber Dragons are more popular than heroes? No, there's no way that could ever actually be the case out here. But much like our friend Stratos out here, I think Cyber Dragons should be up on the block for some alternate colorway names as well. A lot of this first little section is, you know, it's dedicated to the alternate colorways. You know, you have to understand when you're looking at how they're using the old former Duelist League technology on some of these cards, and even if you don't like the potential for these things to have the different names, well, players are genuinely excited to get them. And I know, look at Magician Souls out here with the blue and the reds. Those are a good indicator that people have these. Now, obviously, Cyber Dragon did not need a reprint, which, I mean, call it what it is at this point in time. But we'll take it, to say the least. Now, an oddity out here that a few people have talked about was seeing some sort of trap tricks in here to possibly, you know, get a alternate name colorway as well. And I actually am not against that. Most of the trap trick stuff that we have kind of seen floating around out here has pretty much indicated quite a lot to us that we're probably going to get this. I don't know, once again, I don't think that the trap tricks names, if whatever we get, if we do get one, will be anywhere near as popular as Stratos and the Cyber Dragon. But you know what? Not having to run out and get a different lower rarity, or, you know, you'd have an Ultra with a red name that will actually get people pretty excited for that. So a lot of different named colored things that I think you're going to have a lot of options for, especially like a Blackluster Soldier as well. But those are some of the high keynotes out here. Now, the Astral Utopia. Now, this has been a huge debate, and I think this card getting the reprint is going to be decently hard to pull, unfortunately. And I'm not, like, super... The fact that they killed the value on this card to reprint it, I think is fine. It's not something, I guess, that should have been crazy, but you can tell that they needed reprint equity somewhere along the way. They didn't believe in a lot of the rest of the stuff in this set to kind of push things along the way. So they figured reaching in and giving people the chance to get another chance at the Astral Language Utopia would be fine. And I don't really know what to expect off of this. Especially like on the mid-sized price range, maybe $20 on the reprint. It's going to come down to how easily and how hard it is to actually pull this. And if it's Giga Hard, obviously it'll have more value. But it's also going to come down to, is it going to be a promo? Like, ugh. Next up is the Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon. Finally, well, actually right now as of filming this, Armageddons have been sitting about $25 to $30. So, you know, whatever's coming down on the back half of the reprint block here for this, you know, people are fully aware that, you know, this card needs to be reprint oblivioned. All right, like, but it's the problem is it's a former prize card, and when people look at prize cards, they're typically like, well, you know, they're much more expensive. Yes, that is a lot of the case with these sorts of things, and I don't really blame people for seeing these with the crazier price points, but we're going to have to wait and see. I think that a lot of people are going to be surprised to see what this card can do. Now, if they do promo it, I think that'll be a different story, alright? The promos typically tend to be a lot more affordable, but that just means another secret print. Though alternate colorway names, I think, would be something to get really excited about out here for this. Now, interestingly enough, they need to use this set to reprint some of the older hero stuff. Now, I don't know. You got to remember that a lot of these Battles of Legend sets, some of the lower rarity slots can be helped to reprint some stuff. That doesn't really say much for much of the current competitive community, and the last time that they tried to do a massive reprint on a lot of Blackwing stuff, it really killed the set, which was kind of unfortunate. But if you trickle in 1 to 2 cards, and I think Absolute Zero over here being a good showcase of this, you know, being able to get that stuff in a much easier and affordable sense, I think would be very, very good for the community. But you don't have to do many reprints. You can do 1 to 2 per set with these sorts of things. Yeah, I know it doesn't really help the immediate, we need it now problem, but slow and steady does tend to win a lot of the race with a lot of this sort of stuff. So take your time. Next up is the Cyber / Heart Blade. Remember when we were supposed to get this card as a rare? Do you? I remember. I also remember how many people out here are still upset to this day that we do not have access to this. Alright, and the fact that it has taken this long to actually finally push this card out here and go, hey, we know, you know, I'm personally looking forward to seeing the different colored weight names for this. That's the thing I'm personally excited about. I think a blue and a red, if we do get the different colored names for the synchros for this set, are going to look absolutely fantastic. But you know, what if I want to be a bad duelist and I want to play, you know, Heartbeast Featherstorm in my synchro deck? You know, I can afford the Heartbeast Featherstorms, but I'm not spending $20 on one of these things pre-reprint. You're crazy. Bad ideas shouldn't cost that much in order to do them. Speaking of bad ideas, Photon Lord. This thing is still over $50 as of filming this. This is the cost right now of just how stupid this whole thing has been. You know, these were $70 at the end of 2023. And a lot of people were just looking at these going, oh, you know, I still need it. All these Horus decks out here, all these packages that needed this card have been very, very crazy. And it really intrigues me out here that we have seen such crazy price hikes with this. And I'm a little bit excited to see what's to come with this, but come on, man. Like, this card should not be still $50. Like, Chaos Emperor Dragon is almost half of the price that one of these stupid things actually cost. And that's crazy to think about. Lightsworn reprints, aka Minerva. Now, I think this is a fantastic set to actually do this. But the thing is, the set's labeled Chapter 1. So unfortunately, you know, if this set is an absolute failure, like Hidden Arsenal, Chapter 1 over there in the corner, I have a feeling that we'll have to wait and see what happens here, but Minerva does need a reprint. Though I think at this point Minervas are $15 as of filming this, which I guess is a clear indicator that we do have some desire / wants to see these kind of floating around out here right now, but okay. As of this, though, like, we do know Lightsworn support is coming. We are fully aware that people are going to want some sort of opportunity out here to, you know, possibly want to pick this up. So we'll have to wait and see. I think that there's definitely something to this, though, for sure. And honestly, the White Aura Whale. You know, this thing also is kind of bonkers expensive when you're kind of getting into the nitty-gritty of these sets. And this water stuff, especially like the fish stuff, for example, like this stuff should not be, you know, you shouldn't be looking at Aura Whale and going, wow, it's $18, $19. Like, no, there should be absolutely no reason for a more niche synchro like this to be pushing that level of price point. So, for all intents and purposes, I think this is one of the biggest things that needs to be reprinted in this set, but we will have to wait and see. So, what are your expectations for Chapter 1? Please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace. Patrons! Thank you!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.